Hello, and welcome to today's class, which is about superlatives. We use a superlative to say that a thing or a person is the most of a group. When we use a superlative adjective, like for example, the tallest student or the most intelligent student, before the noun we generally use a little word which we call the. This is because there is only one. However, we don't use the word the when there is a possessive. For example, he's my best student. That's our most important goal. Let's see some examples. She's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. It's the best cafe in London. John and Lisa are the most intelligent students here. This bowl is the biggest one. The structure of superlative is very simple. We divide them into three different categories, to call them like that. The ones who have one or two syllable adjectives, the ones who have two or more syllables, or the ones who are irregular. With one syllable adjectives, we have these four little rules. They are very simple. Apparently, they look like they have a lot of different structures, but it's really simple. Most of one-syllable adjectives just add est at the end of the adjective. Remember to add the. For example, tall, the tallest. Cheap, the cheapest. Fast, the fastest. Cold, the coldest. One-syllable adjectives ending in e, we just add st. We do not double the e. For example, safe, the safest, wide, the widest, nice, the nicest, late, the latest. With one-syllable adjectives ending in consonant, vowel, and consonant, we double the last consonant and then we add est. Watch this example. We have a consonant, which is B, a vowel, which is I, and another consonant, which is G. So, according to this rule, we have to double the last consonant, which is G. So that's why we have the biggest. Hot, consonant, vowel, consonant, the hottest. Wet, consonant, vowel, consonant, the wettest. New, the newest. With one or two syllables ending in y, y has to change for I, and we add est. For example, early, early ends in y, but the adjective changes for the superlative here for I. The earliest. Happy, the happiest. Crazy, the craziest. Dry, the driest. Let's see the adjectives which have two syllables. With two syllables or not ending in y, three more syllables adjectives are the most, and we add the adjective. For example, boring, it has two syllables. Common, two syllables. Comfortable, three syllables. Beautiful, three syllables. Nervous, two syllables. And interesting, three syllables. So we need to add only the most, and we just add the adjective. The most boring, the most common, the most comfortable, the most beautiful, the most nervous, the most interesting. And we also have some irregular adjectives. These are not all of them, but they are the most common. For example, for good, the superlative adjective is the best. Bad, the worst. Far, the furthest or the farthest. Here we have two different options. Both are correct. Little, the least, and much, the most. After we studied some rules of the superlative adjectives, let's go to your book on page 88. Here we have some exercises that you can check. Let's go for exercise A. It's in Unit 7, remember. Read the sentences 1 to 4. Underline the superlative forms. A pencil sharpener is the smallest object in my bag. A fridge is the easiest invention to use. The sun is the hottest star in our solar system. The wheel is the most important invention. Please pause the video so you can underline the superlative forms. Thank you for pausing the video and play it again. Let's check your answers. The first one is the smallest. The second one is the easiest. The third one, the hottest. The number 4 is the most important. Let's move on to exercise B. Write the adjectives for each sentences in A and match it with a rule. Please pause the video so you can answer this exercise. Take as much time as you need and then play the video again. Thank you for pausing the video. Now let's check your answers. The first one is small and the rule is letter C. Number 2 is easy and the rule is letter A. Number 3 is hot and the rule is letter D. And number 4 is important and the rule is letter B. Small, we just need to add EST. Easy, we have to change Y for I and add EST. Hot, we have a consonant, a vowel, and a consonant, so we need to double T and add EST. And important, as it has 3 syllables, important, you have to add most. Exercise C. Look at the sentences in A again. Are these rules true or false? Here we have the sentences and here we have some rules and you have to decide whether they are true or false. Please pause the video so you can check and answer all your exercises. Take as much time as you need and then play the video again. Thank you for pausing the video. Let's check your answers. We use then after a superlative adjective. This is false because we need to put it before the superlative adjective, not after. Number 2, we use the before each superlative adjective, and this is true. We use the most before every superlative adjective. This is false because we don't add it before every superlative adjective. We just add the most before the ones that have 3 syllables. We use the most before superlative adjectives with 2 syllables or more. This is true. Let's go to exercise D. Read the sentences. Underline the irregular superlative forms. I have already explained the irregular superlative forms and I have already given you the not the exercises but the examples. Here, you just have to underline them. I think Leonardo da Vinci was the best inventor in the world. Lost Planets is the worst video game ever. Is Neptune the furthest planet from the sun? As you can see, here are the superlatives which are irregular. You can always go back in the video to check the adjectives. Here you have to complete this table. Remember comparative forms? Here you have a comparative chart where you have to compare the adjective with its comparative form and its superlative form. So please pause the video, fill in this information in the table, and then play the video again so you can check your answers. Thank you for pausing the video. Let's check your answers. The first one, the adjective is good, the comparative is better than, and the superlative is the best. The adjective is bad, the comparative form is worse than, and the superlative form is the worst. The adjective here is far, the comparative form is further than, and the superlative form is the furthest or the farthest. Remember, we have these 2 options for this adjective. Let's go to the next exercise. What do you think? Complete and answer the questions. Here you have an adjective and you have to write here the superlative form and then answer the sentence. Please pause the video, take as much time as you need to answer it, and then play the video again so you can check your answers. Thank you for pausing the video. Let's check your answers. Number 1. What is the fastest machine? A plane, a car, or a rocket? I think a rocket is the fastest machine. Number 2. Which is the strongest material for a house? Glass, paper, or wood? I think wood is the strongest material for a house. Number 3. Which is the most useful machine in the kitchen? A microwave, a fridge, or a dishwasher? I think a fridge is the most useful machine in the kitchen. Which invention is the most interesting? A drone, an electric car, or a robot? I think a drone is the most interesting invention. Let's move on to the next exercise. Look at the photo of the robots. Complete the sentences with a superlative adjective. Here you have the photo. You can watch them, you can compare them, and then you can give me the most according to these adjectives. You have to give me the superlative form of these adjectives according to this information. Please pause the video so you can answer these exercises. As always, take as much time as you need and then play the video again. Thank you for pausing the video. Let's check your answers. Robot A is the shortest. Robot B has the biggest head. Robot C has the longest legs. Robot D has the most interesting body. Robot E has the tiniest eyes. I think Robot B can go the furthest distance. I think Robot A is the best toy for my brother. Here you can see the image a little bit bigger so you can compare them better. And with this, we are going to finish the session of today. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, you can always send me an email to teacher.saraifigueroa@gmail.com. Bye-bye. See you next time.